It's the biggest game of the college football season so far, as number 5 Florida State travels to take on number 3 Clemson up in Death Valley. Welcome to your official game preview, brought to you by shop.seminoles.com. I'm Scott Kotick. Every Seminole fan has had this game circled on their schedule for months. It's an opportunity for Florida State to play on a national stage in what could be billed as the biggest ACC matchup in conference history. It's one the Seminoles are ready for. They're ready to take on every challenge at Death Valley.
We on a mission. Our goal is to win, and that's our goal, to win every single week. And I think it's easy to block out that stuff when you have the same mindset every week and you don't look at it as a different game. Of course, we know this is going to be one of the better teams that we've played all year and probably be the best team we play a year. I mean, there's people talking about national championship type game, and that's a great team. So we got to give them the utmost respect, and hopefully they respect us enough so we know it's going to be a battle out there on that field.
Definitely a big one. We definitely can't ignore that it's a big one. Pretty good football team, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great players, smart players, great coaches. It's overall good organization, but we feel like we can match the intensity of that organization this week.
This is why you come. You don't worry. You can't worry about, oh my Lord, I can't play well. No. I'm going here to have fun. I'm going here to work hard. I'm going here to play in this big game. I'm going to play well. We're going to be successful. That's the way you got to look at it. You can't worry about outcome, because then it becomes no fun. I mean, and then there is going to be a winner and a loser. And like I said, there's going to be 6 other games after this that you have to contend into. But you have to appreciate these games and enjoy these games.
Now for more on Jameis Winston and the Florida State offense, here's Lane Hurt.
When the Seminole offense takes the field in Death Valley on Saturday night, the Seminoles will be facing their toughest test to date. Clemson's defense leads the nation in sacks per game, and that defensive line is led by defensive end Vic Beasley. Quarterback Jameis Winston has been lethal against the blitz this season, so one of the key matchups to watch is whether or not Clemson's front 4 can get pressure without the need of linebackers or secondary help. Of course, Winston has a ton of confidence in his 5 guys up front.
When they talk about defensive linemen, the lineman that I have, that doesn't really faze me. I mean, they have great players over there, but I'm so confident in my line, and it's probably just me being a young quarterback and those guys carried me the whole season. I don't think they're gonna choose one game to just let me down. I mean, those guys been working their tail off the whole year, and I would take my line against any defensive line.
While Clemson may have a slight edge when it comes to up front, the Seminoles should have a big advantage when it comes to the wide receivers versus Clemson's secondary. If Winston has the time, he should find open receivers led by Rashad Green and Kenny Shaw, who are both on pace to break the 1,000-yard barrier this season. Winston has done an excellent job of taking care of the ball and making smart decisions so far this season. It will be up to him to check down with the ball or to throw it deep and make sure he is taking care of the football on Saturday night.
You just got to feel the game and play the game. You have to trust your instincts, trust your eyes, and what goes on, and react to the game. Like I say, that's the thing about sports that makes it so dynamic, in my opinion, is you have to react to it. You can't predetermine it. You can't say this is going to happen, this is going to happen. You have to just react to what's going on and play the game.
For a look at Florida State's defense versus Clemson's potent offense, here's Jonathan Shalacy.
After picking up their first shutout of the season and first shutout over an ACC opponent since last year's game against Wake Forest, Florida State has their biggest task at hand. They have to shut down this high-powered offense of Clemson. Clemson has 3 receivers over 300 yards, including Sammy Watkins, who is getting close to 600 yards receiving. They also have Taj Boyd under center once again. He has the most passing yards in the ACC. And then you have a good running game in Roderick McDowell. A big task at hand for the Seminoles, but they feel very comfortable going into the game.
Being on our keys, making sure we do what we got to do, take care of what we got to do. And, I mean, as long as we stay with the assignments that Coach Pruitt gives us, I mean, we should be fine. They definitely have a dynamic offense. They got some playmakers over there, but we got some playmakers too, so it should be a good match.
I mean, yes, it's like I said, we just got to get ourselves trained to look at what we got to do and not get distracted by the emotions and all the shifting and stuff that they do, and just know exactly, like, they run pretty much a lot of the same plays. It's just out of different formations and different motions trying to get people distracted. But we'll be ready to Gonna shut them down.
Kickoff schedule for 8:22 at Death Valley on Saturday night. The entire crew from Seminoles.com will be at Clemson Memorial Stadium to provide you all the complete coverage during game, post game, and of course great information here on Seminoles.com. We can't wait for Saturday night. We'll see you at Death Valley. So here at Doak, I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com.